you know about the government? Can you tell me about the Constitution? Hey, learn about the USA. We the people, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. Do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America.
In the song we just listened to, certain phrases pop out, such as "we the people," "more perfect union," and "the general welfare." These words are all examples of the strong feelings of nationalism in the Constitution of the United States.
After the Revolutionary War, the 13 colonies established the Articles of Confederation to govern them. The Articles created a weak national government, and it soon became clear that America needed something more. That's when the Constitutional Convention came in. In 1787, 65 delegates from the 13 colonies met to create a new government for the United States. James Madison led off with his Virginia Plan, which proposed a strong national government. The Virginia Plan included 3 branches of the government with a bicameral legislature based on population. Small states disputed this, and in the end, the Grand Compromise established one house of the legislature based on population and the other with equal representation. The Virginia Plan remained the basis of the Constitution.
So how exactly did Madison's Virginia Plan influence American nation-state building and dominance in foreign affairs?
The process of creating an American identity started with the American Revolution. After winning independence, people began to think of themselves as American. However, under the Articles of Confederation, this new identity became unstable, and people began referring to themselves as Virginian or Pennsylvanian rather than American.
The delegates of the Constitutional Convention sought to remedy this by including essential principles of American nationality in the Constitution. The Virginia Plan shows these feelings of nationalism with the phrases "national peace and harmony" and "states ought to be bound to support their union." Many trace the beginning of true nationhood to the ratification of the Constitution. In fact, before ratification, many Americans used the term "the United States are," but after the Constitution was ratified, they used the terms "the United States is," showing change from decentralized states to a nation. Americans began to put more emphasis on the things that made them unique. This is called the quest for nationality.
In a centralized government, the people had to cede some of their natural rights to the government in order for it to rule effectively. Therefore, rulership was an exclusive realm in the Republic, but so was citizenship. America now had a defined people with rules for who is a citizen and who is not, all fundamentals in nation-state building. As the power of the national government strengthened, so did the unity within. America was one connected country to one united people, descended from the same ancestors, speaking the same language, professing the same religion, attached to the same principles of government, similar in manners and customs, and who, fighting side by side, have nobly established general liberty and independence. All of these changes can be traced back to the Constitutional Convention, in which delegates distinguished by their patriotism created the strong national government that made America. The American economy was strengthened by the creation of an independent nation-state. Unification raised domestic production and trade, allowing for the mutual transport and exchange of the state's various commodities. This lack of significant commercial competition benefited America because, as Alexander Hamilton said, to look for harmony between independent sovereignties in the same neighborhood would be to disregard the uniform course of human events. As a unified nation, America had greater influence abroad and was able to establish important trading relationships. Increased American commerce led to more tax revenue for the state, which led to more influence in world affairs. Under George Washington, an economic program tied the business leaders to the national government and created a national bank, which led to capitalism, a strong American economy, and industrialization, shifting America to the top of the world order, as shown in this chart, where the American economy booms shortly after the 1700s.
The Constitution contributed greatly to imperialism in the United States, as seen through the many wars against Indian tribes that the United States fought after the adoption of the Constitution, using manifest destiny to back up westward expansion. Another example of constitutional imperialism is the American interest in the Caribbean, showing the impact the government had on American desire for more territory. The 1808 Louisiana Purchase is considered the greatest geographic extension of American sovereignty and was a result of the unified government that increased American power. The War of 1812 was also imperialistic, fought to secure and expand American sovereignty over territories which were disputed or nominally ruled. Another example of this imperialism is the campaign led by Andrew Jackson and William Henry Harrison to increase the degree of effective American sovereignty between the Appalachians and the Mississippi. American imperialism during this era shows how the Constitution provided a stable government and strengthened the American influence abroad. By 1848, the United States had expanded across the entire North American continent.
Created using Powtoon.